Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for tuning in. So today I've brought you math, and I want us to solve this exponential equation given that 4 to the power of x plus 16 to the power of x plus 64 to the power of x. I want us to solve and get the value of x. So we'll begin by 2 here. 2 to the power of 2, this is 2 squared is 4. All this to the power of x plus 16, I can write it as 8 times 2. All this to the power of x is equals to 64. It's 8 squared. 8 squared to the power of x. Okay. My next step, using this formula, we have this formula a to the power of n. All this to the power of m is the same as writing a to the power of m, all this to the power of n, exchanging the exponents. This is the rule of, or the formula of exchanging the exponents. So I want us to exchange these exponents here by writing 2 to the power of x, all this to the power of 2, plus 8. I can write 8 to the power of x times 2 to the power of x is equals to 8 to the power of x, all this to the power of 2. I've used this formula to exchange my exponents on this side and this side. Next step, 2 to the power of x squared, I can divide it on both sides. 2 to the power of x squared, divide on this side 2 to the power of x squared, divide this side by 2 to the power of x squared. So this and this will cancel, I'll remain with 1. 2 to the power of x, I can, if I square it, I'm getting this. So this means here 2 to the power of x, I'm remaining with the 2 to the power of x. So this will be 1 plus, this is 1 plus 8 to the power of x over these 2 here, 2 to the power of x is equals to 8 to the power of x, all this to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of x, all this to the power of 2. So I can write 1 plus 8 over 2, all this to the power of x. This is 8 over 2, all this to the power of x, because my exponents are the same, is equals to 8 to the power of x over 2 to the power of x, all this to the power of 2. This 2 here is the same, so I've written it 2 to the power of x. So you can see 8 over 2 to the power of x, 8 over 2 to the power of x, this side is common. So let 8 over 2 to the power of x be y. So I'll substitute this y in this equation here. So this will be 1 plus y is equals to y squared. So this is a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation, and I can write it as bringing this y squared, bringing this negative to the other side, this positive y to the other side, it becomes negative y minus 1 is equals to 0. So if I rearrange this quadratic equation, it forms this form where we have y squared minus y minus 1 is equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation, right? So this is our quadratic equation, y squared minus y minus 1 is equals to 0. I want us to solve it using quadratic formula, where we have y is equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all this divided by 2a. So our a here is is equals to 1, our B is equals to -1, and our C is equals to -1. So our A here is the coefficient of y squared, which is 1. Our B here is the coefficient of y, which is -1. Our C here is -1. Okay, so I want us to substitute these numbers in our quadratic formula. So y is equals to -b, and our b is -1, so negative into -1 plus or minus the square root of -b, it's 1, and we want -b squared. So -1 squared is 1 minus 4 times our A here is 1 times -1, which is our C. All this 2 times 1, 2 times A, and our A is 1. So let us solve. Y is equals to negative times negative positive 1 plus or minus the square root of 1, -4 times 1, -4, -4 times -1, +4. All this 2 times 1, 2. All this divide by 2. So y is equals to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 4, 5. All this divide by 2. So y is equals to, we have two solutions here, 1 plus the square root of 5 divide by 2, or y is equals to 1 minus the square root of 5 divide by 2. So this, when you solve this, you will get a negative. So we will reject this because a negative is less than 0. It's not greater than 0. So we will reject this. This one is rejected. So let us use y is equals to 1 plus the square root of 5 over 2. And remember we had said let So we had said let 8 over 2, all this to the power of x, be y is equals to y. And we have the value of y here, so we can substitute here. 8 over 2x to the power of x is equals to 1 plus the square root of 5 over 2. This one here. So we want us to solve. We can now introduce logs on both sides. This will be log 8 over 2. I can bring this x. So I can bring x here is equals to 1 plus the square root of 5. Sorry, log. I'm introducing log, so this will be log 1 plus the square root of 5 over 2. I want us to remain with x, so I will divide here by log 8 over 2, and I'll also divide this side by log 8 over 2. So this and this will cancel, and my x is equals to log 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 2 over log 8 over y. Or you can decide to simplify it further by writing x is equals to log the base of 8 over 2, base 8 over 2, 1 plus the square root of 5, all this divided by 2. So this is our final answer. Log the base of 8 over 2, 1 plus the square root of 5 over 2 is our correct answer. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye bye.